Hi everyone, it's Kerry from Funky Fit Launceston, and today I'm going to do with you a 20-minute ballet, bar and Pilates fusion routine. For this you do need one piece of equipment, and that is a hard back chair. It needs to be a sturdy chair with a hard back, and it also needs a seat that doesn't have too much padding and isn't too squishy. You'll also want a drink of water perhaps as well halfway through. Okay, so you get your equipment ready and we'll begin. And we'll start with the heels together and the toes turned out into ballet first. Squeezing in your glutes from behind you and pulling in your abdominal muscles at the front. Pulling up tall, dropping your shoulder blades flat on your back, your neck long and your ears reaching up for the sky. And then we'll bring up our arm from lower first, through first and into second, and begin with some pliés in first. Bending your knees, turning them out over the line of your toes and keeping your heels firmly on the ground. Now squeeze in on that pelvic floor and pull in on the abs. Taking some nice deep breaths. Now let's try to draw that elbow up to shoulder height. A little bend in the elbow, thumb inside. And if we can, we're going to try not to drop that elbow below shoulder height. Good pliés, keeping your tailbone travelling down toward the floor. This time, shall we do a full plié and bend onto your toes. All the way down in first. Good, lift. Can we travel up to the top, bring your heels a bit closer together, and you're in a releve now. Your heels are lifted off of the floor. Now squeeze your bum muscles, squeezing your pelvic floor, hold that releve, and lower. And back into pliés. Elbow up at shoulder height. Big bend on the knees. Taking some deep breaths here, squeezing those abs. Can you squeeze your bum muscles behind you as well? Keep your chest up and open. Okay, we're going to go into that full plié again, down onto the toes. You don't have to go as low as this, just see what you can manage. Can we go all the way up? Now squeezing those glutes and squeeze on the inner thighs, bring your heels a bit closer together, hold up and releve. Good work, and lower. Now we're going to go into a tendu, so we're going to slide out with the heel and point, and close, and tendu, and close. To the front, 3. Now we're squeezing those inner thighs, we're squeezing the glutes behind, and we're pulling in on the abs, and point. Slide with the heel, arching the sole of the foot, so we point with the big toe. 7, we'll do one more. 8, plié here. Now let's tendu to the side. Slide with the heel, turn the sole of the foot slightly inward. 3, now pull up tall, lengthen your legs. 4, squeezing those inner thighs. We have one more. Don't drop that elbow. I dropped my elbow. Let's pull it up and plié. And let's do the tendu to the back. So really tightening and squeezing on the abs at the front. And 1, slide out with that heel, point with the big toe, lengthen into the leg. 3, we're doing 8 of these. Right behind you. And 8, and plié there. Okay, should we take that arm down, breathe in, and lift up, and squeeze in those abs, and over to the bar, to the back of the chair. So we have a lovely big lean over there, stretching through the obliques, through the hip, and up into the back. Take some nice deep breaths as we enjoy that feeling, that stretch there. And lift and open. Let's correct that posture again. And now we're going to do 3 points to the front. 1, 2, 3, and lift. From the abs we lift. Keep that leg nice and straight, and 3. Now we're not going to bend that back knee and we're not going to lean back. We're going to stay up tall. We're just going to lift as high as we can from the core. 6. We'll do 2 more. Oh, I've dropped my elbow again. What about you? We have to keep lifting that frame. Well done, plié. And then we're going to go to the side. Ready? Squeezing those glutes. And point. 2, 3, and lift. 2. Now try not to lean on your chair too much. So there's no weight really in this hand on the chair. It's just there to steady you. Really tight on the abs. Nice strong oblique muscles in your waist. We have 3 more. So it goes point, 2, 3, lift, and 2, 2, 3, 1 more. And plié. Now I'm going to do a big bend there, and then I'm going to go back up and reset to go to the back. 3 points and a lift. 1, 2, straight leg to the back, and 2, 2, 3, directly behind you, 3, 4, 2, 3, lift, and 5. Can we have 3 more? And 1 more. And plie. Good work. Now again, we're going to go breathing in, doing that port de bras over to the bar, and breathing out. And lift and open. And now we're going to go point, lift, in with the knee, and point, lift, in with the knee. Point with the big toe, lift, knee turns out to the side, big toe rests gently on the leg, and you open at your pelvis and hips right here. Open up in the frame as well. Point, lift, out with the knee, and 3, lift, out with the knee. 4, and 5, 6, and 7, 1 more, and 8. Good job. And lower. Just let that arm relax there at the bottom. And we're going to do that set on the other side. So rest your hands lightly on the back of your chair again. Now reset. Before we do anything, there's a little bend in your elbow right here, squeezing in your glutes. So that's really pulling in at the back, at the bum, pulling up and in on the pelvic floor, squeezing in on the abs, open your chest, gently squeeze your shoulder blades together, get your neck nice and long, lift up. Let's try and get this elbow at shoulder height, thumb in, little bend on the elbow. Are you ready? So we're going to do our tendu first. So it goes out and close, and 2, and close, 3, and 4. We're just going to try and shut in first position each time. Squeezing the inner thighs. Tendu, lead with the heel. To the side. 2, 3, 4. Lead with the heel, slightly turn out on the foot so we can see the sole of your foot. 6. Are you tall? 7. Keep that frame. To the back, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Plie. And port de bras to the bar. Breathe in, tall as you can, and breathe out. And we don't cave in the frame at all. This lean all comes through the side of the body, so we don't bring the arm in front of our face. And just enjoy that big stretch there. Okay, you ready? So now you know what to do. We did this on the other side. It goes point, 2, 3 with the big toe and lift through the abs. Your core will help you to get that leg as high as you can. Keep that strain out of the shoulders, nice long neck. 4, 2, 3, lift with the big toe. 6, 2, 3, 7, 2. But it's amazing how warm your body gets doing this, isn't it? 8, and close. Are you ready to go up to the side? Side lift through the waist. 1, 2, 3, and 2. And 3, high as you can on the leg, pull up. And 5. And 6. And 7. And 8. And plie. How's that arm feeling? Holding that arm up there in first position all the time, second position, sorry, really gets a lot of heat going, doesn't it? Oh, feeling those triceps working there. Let's do that to the back. Point, 2, 3, and a lift for 8. And point, 2, 3, lift, and 2. Don't lean forward, keep your chest up. And 3, straight as you can to the back. 4, 2, 3. 5, no bend in the knee. 6, 7, and 8, and plie. Okay, we'll do one more port de bras. Breathe in and lean it over to the bar. And we're really having that big stretch through the obliques there. Just take some deep breaths. Let your body stretch. And your body will naturally fall into the stretch a little more with the breath. And open. Okay, so the last thing on this side is point, lift, in with the big toe, out with the knee. Remember, we open here through the pelvis and the hips. We still turn the tailbone down. Okay, let's try it for 8. Point, lift, in, big turn out. Point, lift, 2. Point, lift, 3 and 4. Up with the elbow, 5 and 6. 2 more. Good job, you can keep going. And 8. Turn out and plie there. Okay, and then we're going to bring ourselves in front of the chair. We're going to have a sit on the chair, but it's not time for a rest exactly. I'm just going to slide back so you can see me really well. So you need to make sure that your chair has a pretty good grip on the floor. You might want to rest it against a wall if you think it might slide away from you. My chair's pretty steady where it is here. So I'm going to take myself out with my hands on the chair and my fingers just curled over the front of it. Now I've got my fingers forward. I've got my legs at a right angle and I'm going to do a tricep dip. So I'm going to dip until my elbows come to shoulder height, squeezing in the abs, and lift to straight. Now I'm going to keep my neck long and my eyes forward at this point. So look at me for technique and then have a go yourself. Elbows to shoulder, pull up. Let's do 8 of those. Tailbone travels down. Okay, and sit back on the chair. Okay, so we're going to sit so our bum is on the edge of the chair. Hopefully you've got a good chair where your knees are roughly about hip height, maybe a little bit lower but not too much lower. Now we're going to sit right off the seat bones, draw the belly button back to the spine, lift up one leg so both knees are the same height, point the toe. So we're extending out from the hip to the toe, bring up your arms. And here we're just going to turn the wrists, palms up and down, palms up and down. Long arms locking in the core. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot down, sit tall, shoulders down. Take up the other legs. Remember your bum's right on the edge of your chair. Knees the same height, toe pointed, arms up. And wrist turn. And we've got long arms reaching forward. We don't drop that knee below the other knee height. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're going to do another set of those tricep dips. You remember? So you're going to have your palms on the edge of your chair, you're going to have your fingers holding over the front, so gripping the chair. Use a wall if you think your chair might slide away. I don't want you to land on your bum on the floor. Oh, like I nearly did. So we're going to walk out, so we've got our knees at a right angle there again. And remember, we're dipping our tailbone down to the floor with a big bend on the elbows to shoulder height for 8, 8, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lift. Okay, so now we'll stand up. We'll have a foot in line with each leg of the chair and toes forward. We're going to bring up the arms, shoulders down, and you're going to lower until you just feel the chair underneath your hips, but you're not going to put any weight on it, and lift. Now you might just want to check where the chair is. You might need to go slightly closer or slightly further away, but I'm going to lower really slowly, feel the chair underneath me but put no weight on it, and then lift. Let's do 10 of those, squeezing in the abs tightly on the front, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now hold it. You can feel that chair but you've got no weight on it at all. Keep your back long, shoulders down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Okay, well done everyone. Come round to the back of your chair now. We're going to do a curtsy with a leg extension. So behind the chair, fingers lightly on the back of the chair. We do a curtsy, bend both knees, keep your chest up, and we lift with a leg extension. Now that leg's going to go as high as you can comfortably lift it to the side. Curtsy, lift. Curtsy, see? No knee touches the floor, but your chest and eyes stay forward. A big bend on both knees and step right back with the back leg. And curtsy, lift. 2, high as you can on the leg extension. 4, 5. Oh, I'm feeling those working. 6, 7, 8. And let's do that on the other side. Curtsy leg extension as high as you can manage while still maintaining a tall posture, eyes forward, chest up. And curtsy lift. Well done. Okay, and then right at the back of the chair there, turn your feet out into ballet second with a big turnout on the toes. And again, we're going to do a plie now, but it's in second position. We're going to turn the tailbone down to the floor so your bum doesn't stick out behind you, rotating the pelvis slightly forward. And we plie onto the toes, lift tall in releve, heels down. So it's a 4-part plie. Use 2 breaths in to come down and 2 breaths out to come back up. Keep your chest away from the back of your chair. Breathe in, releve. Breathe out, down. Breathe in and out. Now try to get as low as you can. Down, toes, high, heels down. Breathe in, releve. Go tall, heels down. Breathe in for 2, breathe out for 2. Keep it going. Plie, releve, extend, heels down. And plie, releve, extend, heels down. Hold your plie. Stay down now. Releve, hold. Extension, hold. Heels down. Let's do it one more time. Plie, hold. Keep your chest away from the back of your chair. Get nice and low. Releve, hold right up on top of those toes, lift your heels. Extension, long legs, heels still up. And toes down. Well done, and give your legs a little shake off. Perfect. Come back around to the side. I'm going to do a figure 8 here, so with the toes turned out in ballet first, bring your arms up into second. Now the leg that supports you will do 2 bends, so you'll see that go down and down. The other leg is going to do an inward swish, a backward swish and an extension. So I'll show you it first. A 1 to the front, to the back, extend. And the other knee goes bend, bend, flick. Okay, should we do 8 of those on each leg? 1, 2, flick, down, 2, flick, 3, 2. Remember you can do this lower than I am, if you prefer, if you need to. 5. Where's your frame? Let's see your top frame. 6, and 7, and 8, and lower. And let's do that on the other side. Two knee bends on the supporting leg. 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Well done. And then we're going to turn that chair. And again, you need to make sure it's not going to slide away from you. Put it against a wall if you think it might. Bring one heel onto the chair with your toes pointing up to the sky. And breathe in. Keep your arms in line with your ears, palms facing in. Now hinge forward at the hips. No bends on the knees. Although you can bend your supporting knee a little bit if you need to. And keep your arms in line with your ears. Now I can reach the back of my chair, but you might not be able to. It depends where it is, how far away it is and how tall it is. But I'm going to rest my fingers there, and I've got a hamstring stretch. Hold for 4, 3, 2, 1, and lift. And arms down. And then we're going to do that on the other side. Heel to chair, toe pointed. Now you can do this without the chair if you feel wobbly. You can just do a hamstring stretch with your heel on the floor, but the same principle. So you'll bend your back knee. But because our heel's high on the chair, we don't necessarily have to bend the supporting leg. Now breathe in, take your arms up in line with your ears, hinge forward at the hips, Keep those toes pointing at the sky. That's going to help to really get the hamstring stretch in there. And breathe in, lift. Breathe out, down, and then we're going to sit on the chair. And we're going to cross one ankle over the top of the other knee. Again, I'm going to sit right with my bum on the edge of the chair. Turn the knee out to the side. Take that ankle right up on top of the other leg. And now hinging forward at the hips again without rounding the spine. I'm just going to come down until I feel a stretch in my glutes on this bent knee leg. Now this is a really good stretch for stretching your glutes, but it also is a really good stretch for people who suffer with sciatica. If they've been told by a doctor to do stretches, then this is a good one because it stretches down the side of the sciatic nerve into the piriformis muscle. So if you have a little bit of lower back pain as well, good one, stretching out those glutes right here, and you can do it lying down. You can also do it standing up. And we're going to do this on the other side. So we're going to cross the ankle over the knee, turn the knee out, and again hinge forward at the hips, and down until you feel a glute stretch. That feels good, doesn't it? It's amazing the workout you can have with just a chair. I'm going to post you another video very soon using a chair for a workout, doing ballet bar and mixing in some of the principles of Pilates too. Now to finish off, we're going to have a big plie position and we're going to turn down into a nice second position plie, stretch on the inner thighs, a little rock from side to side, taking some deep breaths and breathing down and breathe out. And then bring your feet in, heels and toes and heels and toes, back to ballet first position, arms in lower first, and here we will finish with a plie. Thank you for joining me for ballet bar and Pilates fusion together. Come back again soon and subscribe to my YouTube channel to find more videos now. Thank you.